Today, Alexandria Marie Brown was driving to school, but it's a day like any other, but she died, and her mother will never forget it. Around 9:30 a.m., she got a phone call from her daughter's school saying that she had never arrived. She just thought that her daughter maybe slept in a little too late, but she called her husband, and her husband said that she had left right on time. A quote from Jeannie Brown says that she left work and went searching. I took off to find her, Jeannie said, and as I drove out of the school, I said, I know where she is, and I know what's happened. She went down Old Seagraves Highway. Alex had been warned not to take Seagraves Highway on the way to school. It was foggy, and there was curves, and it was extremely dangerous, but she did it anyway. She lost control of the truck because she was texting and driving, Jeannie said, and when she lost control, it threw her around in the cab, and then she was thrown out, and her truck ran over her. Her mother found her on the side of the road, and she was alive at that point, but she never survived long enough to see the ambulance. Last year, two of my friends, Kyle and Lindsay, got into the same situation. They were on their way home from a date, and they missed a curve, and they both died. Alright, so I'm going to be talking about texting and driving. Top10list.org says car crashes are the #1 accidental cause of death every year. In the United States alone, 43,000 people, 200 die every year. Okay, so according to recent study, texting is just as detrimental as drunk driving, if not more. State Representative from Oklahoma, Sue Tibbs, says that braking reaction times for a sober person is about, on average, 13 feet. For a drunk driver, it's about 17 feet, and for a distracted driver, it averages to be about 319 feet. So realistically, let's imagine that you're driving at 55 miles per hour, and you are closing your eyes. This is equivalent to driving an entire football field with your eyes closed, just from texting. Okay, so AAA Foundation did a study. It said 91.5 drivers sampled said it was dangerous to talk on the phone, and yet 2/3 of them still do it. 97 drivers said that texting is even worse, but 1 out of 7 people admit to texting and driving. All right, the University of Utah did a cognitive lab study, and they actually made a device that researched texting and the effects it has on your brain. And they said it's 4 times more likely to get into a car accident when you're driving, but just when you're on your phone, not even texting. Virginia Tech did the study on just texting alone, and they said that it's 23.2 times more likely to get into a car accident. Okay, so statistics have been so alarming that in the last few years, the awareness for texting and driving has skyrocketed. 18 states in 2009 had banned texting and driving, and that's just the U.S. So there are tons of countries, like Australia has completely banned the use of cell phones when you drive. The Obama administration also banned any government employees from using their government phones on government business. And Oklahoma liked that so much that they made a House bill that said that any police officer could pull over any driver who is detrimental to the road. And right now they have a Senate bill trying to be passed that says that you can be fined up to $1,000 if they find out you've been on your phone when they pull you over. And they're going to have the right to check your phone if they think it was a text message. There are also new technologies. There is this new product. It's only $100, and it's called the Get Home Safe device. And it will inactivate your phone when you get into your car. It's just a little tiny device, and it syncs it with it, so when you get into your car, your phone is completely turned off. You will still get your phone calls, and you still will get your texts, but you won't be alerted about it. And then, lastly, there's the Buckle Up and Stop Texting campaign, and it was started by a man named Pete Christie, who had heard about Alex Brown's death last year on November 10th. She was only 18, and it affected them so much that he decided to start the Buckle Up and Stop Texting. He was just a local newscaster from her hometown in Texas, and he decided to start it, and her parents loved it so much that they go around to different schools now and they say that they should sign up. It's just a petition, and if you're allowed to do it, I encourage you to sign this petition to say you're going to stop texting while you drive. Okay, so in conclusion, I would like to once again encourage you all to stop texting while you're driving. It's detrimental to yourself, and it can have such huge effects on your friends and your family. If that's not encouragement enough just to stop for you, then think about your friends, think about your family. I encourage you all to go to the Buckle Up and Stop Texting and sign that petition. Thank you.